Today's how to draw video is a level 1, and these are the materials you are going to need to learn how to draw today. You will need a piece of paper, a pencil if you'd like to sketch out your drawing first, a Sharpie or pen for outlining, and some markers, colored pencils, or crayons for coloring. Just a reminder, a Sharpie is the best thing to use for your outline if you are coloring with markers so that the black doesn't bleed into your other colors. If you're going to use a marker or another type of pen that bleeds, you're going to want to color your piece with colored pencils or crayons. Let's get into it. As usual, I'm going to go straight in with my Sharpie, but if you'd like to sketch it out in pencil first, then go ahead. We're going to start a little bit above the center of the page, and we are going to start with the leprechaun's face. For his face, I'm going to make a U shape. And in the center of that U, I'm going to add a small circle for his nose. Next step, I'm going to draw another small U for his mouth. And we're going to make two small ovals for his eyes. So I'm going to put an oval over here on the right side and one over on the left side. You can make them as close or far apart as you like. Inside of those small ovals, we're going to draw two more little ovals facing the inside of his eye. So he's kind of looking inward at his nose. Next step, we're going to give him a little top hat. So I'm just going to draw a straight line above the U of his face. You can see it goes off to the side of his head just a little bit. We're going to go ahead and draw two straight lines up to create the brim of the hat. And we're going to go ahead and connect those two lines, and now we will have his hat brim. If you'd like, you can add little circle eyebrows. I didn't really leave enough room on his face, but I'm just going to make them overlapping the hat. Sometimes they do that in cartoons, and I think it's so cute. Next, we're going to do the top part of his hat. So starting from the edge of my U, above the brim of the hat, I'm going to go up with a straight line. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. You can make his hat as tall or short as you'd like. I'm going to connect those lines with a slight curve so it makes it look a bit more three-dimensional. I'm going to add a little buckle detail to his hat, so we're going to make a little square against the edge of the brim, and we're going to put another little square inside of that. We'll go ahead and add the hat band straps, so a little line here and a line here. We're going to go ahead and add some ears to the side, so I'm going to do a C shape on the side right in line with his nose, and another backwards C shape on the other side of his face. We have the basics of our leprechaun down, but what is a leprechaun without that bright red hair? We're going to go ahead and add the hair underneath of his hat, so I'm going to take a small line going from his brim down to his ear. We're also going to give him a big bushy beard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the base of his ear, and we're going to make little bumps all the way around his chin. You can make his beard long, you can make it short, however you'd like, and you can add as many bumps and curls as you'd like to his beard. From his beard, you're going to draw a diagonal line out, and the same thing on the other side. He's going to have his arms kind of down to his sides. To make his sleeve, we're going to make a little curved line on both sides. Now we're going to make diagonal lines in, going the same direction so they're parallel on both sides. Let's go ahead and give him little sleeves for added detail. And now for the hands. You can add fingers if you'd like, but I'm just going to give him little mitten-shaped hands. I think it's better for beginners. So I'm going to make a U shape, but I'm not going to connect it to the sleeve. And then I'm going to make the little thumb, so a smaller U shape, and connect that part to the sleeve. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side, trying to get them the same size. And I want to make our little leprechaun sitting in a little pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So to make the gold, I'm going to be adding some little coin shapes. So we're going to go out with a straight line, go up, and out again. We're going to make it look like stacks of gold coins. So we're going to make some little stacks here. Now to add the pot. We're going to make a U-shaped curve underneath of his little hands. Start from the middle of one hand. I'll connect it to the middle of the other hand. We're going to make the same kind of U shape again to make the rim of the pot. And then you can make a big U shape underneath to make the actual pot. If you have room, you can go ahead and connect it to make a whole pot. You can even add little legs to it if you'd like. I'm gonna add some details to my gold in my pot. The first thing I wanna do is make a few little coins. So I'm gonna make an oval shape, and that'll be the top of one of my coins that you can see. I'm gonna make another little oval shape underneath of that, and another one over to the side. You can add as many little gold pieces as you'd like. On the pot, I'm gonna draw some 4-leaf clovers. So I'm gonna start with a heart shape, and I leave enough room so that I can draw another heart shape upside down below it. If you need to turn your paper to do this part, you can. I'm also gonna draw 2 more heart shapes, one to the right side, one to the left side. On this side of the pot, to create dimension and make it look 3D, I'm gonna do a half of a 4-leaf clover. So I'm gonna do half of a heart pointing up, half of a heart pointing down, and then a full heart to the right side. See how it looks like half of a 4-leaf clover? I'm gonna do the same thing on the right side. Half a heart going up, half a heart going down, and a full heart to the left side. I think I wanna add some little buttons to my leprechaun's coat too, just because I have the space. For some added detail, I'm gonna draw a rainbow coming down from the corner of the page. I'm gonna make a curved line, kind of like half of a U shape, from the corner of my page down to the corner of my pot. I'm gonna make another curved shape a little bit before the edge of his hat. Now that our little leprechaun is all sketched out, it's time for the fun part, adding the color. Adding color is really gonna add a lot to your drawing. I'm going in with a very light skin shade. If you don't have a skin shaded marker, you can color very lightly with an orange crayon or an orange colored pencil. Make sure to color in little circles if you're using markers so that you don't leave streaks. Don't forget to color his little hands. I want to give my leprechaun some pink blush on his cheeks, so I'm gonna draw little lines like this. I'm also gonna add a little bit of pink on the top of his nose and then blend it in with my tan marker. I'm gonna give my leprechaun blue eyes, but you can give him whatever color eyes you'd like. Just gonna color that inside oval. Next, it's time to color his bright red hair. I actually went with a more brownish orange because I wanted it to look not too bright and in your face. He's starting to look like my fiance with that red hair. I'm gonna make the gold this bright yellow color. To make the drawing more cohesive, I'm gonna add the same color in a few other places, like on the buttons and on the little hat buckle. I'm gonna pick a light green and a dark green for my leprechaun. Starting with my light green, I'm gonna go ahead and color in his shirt. You can color his sleeves the same green, or you can use your dark green for him. I'm gonna use my dark green. I'm also gonna color in the brim and the top part of his hat with this light green color. I'm also gonna color in the little 4-leaf clovers with this light green. Now with my dark green, I'm going to color in his hat band and his sleeves. I'm gonna color in the pot with this light gray color. I'm gonna do more of a light pastel rainbow, so I chose these colors. I'm also leaving out indigo because it's just a little bit too dark for my rainbow. You can plan out your lines, but I'm just gonna go ahead and go straight into it. Starting with my red, I'm gonna follow that curve and shade in that piece. Next up is orange, yellow, green, blue, and finally my purple. I'm gonna go in and straighten up my green just a little bit. My rainbow is definitely not perfect, but sometimes I think little imperfections just add more character to a drawing. So of course, if your piece doesn't look exactly like mine, don't fret, because all that we're trying to do is improve each time the more and more we draw. After all, it takes a lot of practice. I've been drawing for years and I still make little mistakes, but I'm always improving and trying to make my art better. I hope you enjoyed learning how to draw this fun little leprechaun with me. Please let me know down in the comments if you drew along with me. Give this video a like and remember to subscribe so you don't miss my next how to draw video. I hope you have the best St. Patrick's Day. Make sure you wear your green so you don't get pinched. God bless, and I'll see you all in the next art video.